Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyle. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you. Okay? But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's a fascist racist. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to us, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides. But these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. How y'all doing on this good day? We in the town right now. Look, I'm on the wrong one.
That looks a little bit better.
I'm trying to get to the right one.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm trying to get to the
Quick, fast, and easy with that one.
How y'all doing on this good morning, great morning? It's cold. It's cold.
As cold as a witch's titty in a brass bra.
I'm just telling you. It's cold. But what's going on, Yogi G, Tony Terry? I ain't going nowhere. Avis Hopkins, Andre Holland, Meat Freak, Marcia A. Tarver, Michelle Smith and her husband, that's AKA Ann. Sheila in the building. Shout out to my Gaddis clan, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis and his family, from his wife to his son to his pa to his mother to the whole clan. Shout out to y'all. What's up, my fellow 740? Sydney Green, what it do? Sandra Nichols, what it do? Terry Nixon, good morning. What just happened? Okay. Ashley Gaddis, Cassandra Scott, Georgia Boy, top of the morning, Linda Childen, Mama Quill in the building, Wanda Smith, Concrete Jungle. I see you, Crystal. Sharisa in the building, the Gaddis Mechanic Shop. I see Junior in the building, Rose Gaddis. I'm seeing all y'all in the building. Pop Gaddis, Blake E. Gaddis, Erica Gaddis, Big Mama Gaddis, Stanley Wood. Y'all ready to get this show on the road, man? Yogi G, y'all ready to get this show on the road? Is y'all ready to get this show on the road? Y'all, today is called the Mayor Talk. That's all I know. What'd he do? That's all I'm saying. Did he do something to make y'all? Did he do something to make you feel good?
I think that's about all he does when he opens his mouth.
I mean, he might be.
I think he goes with the sweet little lies, the beautiful little lies to make people feel good instead of telling them the brutal and honest truth.
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
True.
If I told y'all the truth, would y'all listen?
Oh, we've proved that doesn't work.
Okay, the real KC done tapped in. Good morning. Common sense, good morning. What it do? I mean, did he show out last night? That's what I want to know. What did he do? Y'all tell me, because I got something. It's on the backside. But I want to know how did y'all feel about the city of lies? I mean, the state of the city.
Campaign mode activated, dude. He didn't even wait till 26 to jump into it.
Yeah, that was what you. So it wasn't the state of the city. You think it was state of the campaign?
Yeah.
What's up, my good brother Elliot McCants in the building? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. McCants.
What Marcia talk? I want to hear what the Widow Smurfs downstairs said last night. I have no tolerance to hear his lies. And well. What's up, Flint Caskets, the VIP room? Good morning, Sharon. That's my Georgia people right here. You heard? I'm trying to see what's going on. Y'all don't want to see. Y'all don't want to tell. Well, we'll figure it out. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Don't nobody want to say nothing. What the mayor's doing. I'm trying to get down to it.
I'm just trying to get enough caffeine in me to start moving.
I'm trying to see what the mayor done done. Everybody act like they all right with it. Why I can't get to the other slide? My phone tripping. It won't let me get it. Everybody act like they don't want to say what the mayor did last night.
Just a summary. We all know it was lies. She is on point this morning.
Miss Lorraine Thompson, good morning. Well, let's put this up here. Y'all want to hear the first lie? Y'all want to hear the first lie that he told? Let me put the first lie that he told. My bad. Y'all want to hear the first lie that he told? Because he will never tell a lie. Good morning, Sertha Henderson in the building. Good morning. Let me see. Let's see what he said. Let's see, because I've been here, and I got this courtesy of 810 Flint. Let me give a shout out where I took this from.
Yep.
But do y'all think the mayor would lie?
Favorite line in that pledge is one nation, indivisible, under God, with liberty and justice for all. I should know it if it's my favorite line, right? But definitely that line should speak to all of us. Favorite line.
Jeez. That face right there where it's superimposed looked fucking funny as fuck. But no.
Hassan Pinchback, good morning. Michael B, good morning. I'm just trying to figure out.
Take a look at what your fellow 740 just said.
Let me see what Shooting the Shit T said. He said his wife was responsible for getting them. Hold up. His wife, he said his wife was responsible for getting the funding for the new school. So she went over to Mott and got that 5.3 million. What's up, No Trouble? Good morning. Kobe Fatty, good morning.
You have to get her to show up. Like it takes a big deal for her to show up in Lansing, for her to get out of her. She runs a salon, right? For her to get out of her salon and go do any part of her official duties, it's like pulling teeth. He's just sitting there. The same thing they did when they're trying to get the Flint school debt removed. Someone else did all the footwork, another politician, another official, and then at the bottom she signed her name. That's just like with any bill she's introduced. She doesn't really do them herself. She just co-sponsors them and then takes credit. Neely did the same right here. She co-sponsored the effort. In other words, she put her name on it and then got all the credit heaped on her. Oh yeah, the state rep didn't do shit.
Listen, Pastor gotta say his whole speech was seasoned with lies and salted with corruption.
Man, you know what? At least the man knows how to season his food, right?
Hey,
we don't want no boiled chicken up in here.
Did he put his campaign on and sit up there? That's his favorite line from the play. When they say, if you want to hear a person lie, Listen to him talk.
Look, if you want to take a master class in how to lie with a straight face, just watch Neely. The man is an expert at it. He'll sprinkle in little bits of truth to make it more believable, but then he'll give you the big lie. Like this dude will give you the fattiest piece of steak with no meat on it, and then make you feel like you're special.
I can't believe him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is that what you think, Smith? I honestly thought Lies, Lies, Pretty Little Lies was the song of the day for me, but
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I could get this, but the mayor just leaves. He just leaves stuff to be desired. In my humble opinion. He just leaves stuff to be desired. I ain't mad, some say they can rock with it. It's like downright diabolical.
Oh, shooting the shit tea with another shot.
Oh no, she just coming with truth.
Hey, and transparency. The best kind of bullet.
Let me see what this truth and transparency he just lied to y'all about yesterday. He also said when people ask how the Flint water is, his reply is better than yours. Why? Is he arrogant? Is that a little cockiness with it?
See, I didn't have I didn't stay up late enough to watch that on replay because honestly I would have been pissed off listening to it anyway. I don't like the man. I don't like hearing him. I don't like seeing him. But thanks to ABC 12, they gave us a nice little summary here. Flint, let me go ahead and just pop this up on the screen. That way people can read along. It's a read along, folks. Application window. Listen. Remove that. There we go. All right. Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely delivered his 6th State of the City address Tuesday, highlighting the city's growth and improvement over the last year. Okay. So he's gone through 6 Lie-Fest prior, or 5 prior. He's on his 6th. Neely shared encouraging news of Flint's population growth, stating it is the first time in 25 years that families are choosing to live in the city again. I'm going to call false on that. You guys remember before the election, several folks were highlighting that there were many, many, many more undocumented or illegal immigrants in the city of Flint, usually being bussed up from southern states that didn't want to have to take care of them. The city of Flint, being a sanctuary state, is where a lot of them went. I believe Art Woodson was in a food line, helping out, passing out, volunteering his time. And he said there were more people that didn't speak English going through that line than he'd ever seen before. I'd say that's where our population growth is from, wouldn't you? Interesting. Because everything I see online is people not wanting to move to Flint. They're looking at the surrounding areas, even if they have a job in Flint. Flint still has that bad, very bad reputation. Neely also highlighted the financial growth in Flint, emphasizing the influx of big business and job opportunities. Specifically, he cited $489 million in economic growth over the past 6 years. How much of that do you actually want to bet is from Ashley Capital building their buildings to rent out to these companies that still haven't shown up in Flint, and they still can't give you an actual number of jobs that they're going to provide? I mean, what businesses have come into Flint? Nick, Mickey, can you?
No, you know what he's saying. He basically telling them whoever finna be running in 2026, hey, I can get y'all to the table with Ashley Capital. Look how Liddell came up. Look how such and such. To me, he was just campaigning until, he was telling the people, I got the money over here, in my humble opinion.
I don't see any large businesses that have recently moved into Flint.
I mean, he using Ashley Capital, right?
That's all that he can do. Ashley Capital and their rental buildings for other businesses like Amazon or Walmart, things like that, warehouses. But those haven't been built yet, and those businesses haven't moved in yet.
And he's saying crime is down. So what's the rest into that list synopsis that they didn't done?
Why am I hearing myself?
Not on mine.
I'll figure it out. Nope, it stopped. Okay, cool. That's nearly $500 million. This is one of the strongest turnarounds in economic history of Flint, and definitely in the state of Michigan, Neely said. Bullshit. Folks still trying to fucking just figure out how to afford dinner tonight. Residents and the mayor celebrated the cleanup of the streets, including several demolitions. And yet they're still years behind. You can't, look, if you've got a failing grade, if you got a 10% and you get up to a 20%, that's still a failing grade. Don't celebrate it. Changing blight into beauty, knocking down more than 2,000 abandoned structures. They didn't do that last year. That's over time. A significant topic during the address was the progress made since the Flint water crisis. Neely mentioned Environmental Protection Agency's announcement in May that the water is safe.
Okay.
We've gone through that one before. The EPA gets its information from state and local sources. They can't always send someone there. And if they did send someone there to test some water, it is more than likely from some pre-approved sources. I'm sorry, I can't trust anything that mayor's office has to say. Our water is testing well as it relates to lead and copper. Pay attention to the wording here. Our water is testing well as it relates to lead and copper. So definitely we know we have some more to do and more work there, but definitely we won't be defined by that crisis. He only mentioned lead and copper, which means that there's something else in there.
Facts.
And that those lead and copper results probably from pre-approved sources, homes that had their entire interior piping done. Okay.
Let's go.
Because you were telling us about your cousin. He turns on the water and it smells terrible. It looks terrible. It's not something I put in my body.
Listen, you just had people in here in the chat that, could have been last week was saying they turned their water on, it was brown. But we can keep going. We know that's a lie.
Oh, yeah. Neely addressed the recent federal judge ruling to distribute water settlement funds, encouraging residents to seek accurate information. Here's the next part. This is the part where he took a shot at us. We're going to be standing by to try to help them get these dollars to residents very quickly, very soon. But I encourage people to get good information. Do not take information from social media, Neely said. Except we showed them exactly where to go, how to get there, and we talked about the settlement and how people are getting hosed. I mean, $1,000 did a little bit more research, $1,000 for your residents if it got screwed up by the water crisis, but turn around, $5,000 for a business.
Right.
That makes sense. Flint residents like Larry Keels expressed optimism about the city's future. We are on the rebound. We're coming back. We're building the city and we're going in a more positive direction. Well, someone drink the Kool-Aid. The address also outlined future improvements for Flint, including upcoming construction projects and the arrival of more big business. That's it. Well, let's see what
So the water is hey man, I know this man ain't going for that's a video right there.
Yeah. I'm looking at this one because this looks to be from another reporter.
Okay, let's see what it says.
Flint
Sherry Allen and Lydia McNeely. Thank you for tapping in. My bad, Trevor. Go ahead.
Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely talked about the progress and future of the city of Flint during his. This is the fourth one. We don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one where he called me fun names. But yeah, if that is all that they could put together in an article, the rest of it was blovation and campaigning.
Facts. Good morning, Constance. That dude is hilarious. Let me see what T said. 1 minute he has nothing to do with the settlement, but now the funds is being released. He has all the information. That's even more lying.
No, you see, I have to disagree there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He had something to do with the settlement. Remember, he told you to take the settlement, to just settle here. This is the floor, not the ceiling. You guys remember that? And I got to thinking about it last night. He represents the city in his official capacity. The city was being sued. To me, that was him encouraging encouraging or trying to bribe or whatever the plaintiff, because he's the defendant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's just try to get out of this. Let's pay as little as possible. We can't let these people get money. So I'm going to use my position as mayor to tell them to take this. Anyone else feeling that?
I mean, listen, he was put in there to handle their business, not to challenge nothing. If I put money, if you took him, if them people went to his, but see, he not going to do it. You have to be right in front of him. Like when he having one of them press conferences, you go up there with a jug of your water. Let's see if he drank it since it's the best water. Let's see if it's better than theirs. Let's just take the water. Let's just go get a gallon from Grand Blanc and get a gallon from Flint, and let's see which one he'll drink.
Yeah, that's all they had to write about it. That is it.
And his show, man, that dude is terrible.
I mean,
but that's the media here. You know they weren't gonna go too hard at him.
No, of course not. And I read, God, what was it? So last night I was reading one of my books, and at the start of every chapter they have a quote. And this one actually comes from Shakespeare. And it reminded me so much of Neely. Let me go into my gallery. I'm going to have to actually go find my gallery.
Because I'm just like, I mean, but what can you say? You know what I'm saying? He the propaganda that he was putting down, and he was campaigning last night, where he was saying 489. I mean, listen.
489 mil.
And where did it go? Demetria Brown, good morning. Where did it go?
About where ARPA funds did. No one fucking knows.
Right.
I mean, it's not in the city coffers. It's not in people's pockets.
But remember, you can't just say because you got downtown in one part, where's the money going north of the Flint River? Like, where's the, I see the certain things. Listen, I've been on Dorrit Highway. I see that big building they putting up there between Pearson and Stewart. I see that structure they building over there. I'm seeing what they doing. Because listen, going through the 4th Ward, okay, still where Latinx is at, ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? They might be fixing that little block, that I ain't gonna say little block, that area that they own. But listen, you still got a lot more work to do. And that's what I'm just saying. Like, what do he call certain little sections of Flint, little pockets?
I think that's all he's looking at. Damn, she is on it this morning. He made a statement saying how he only owns 2 homes, his mother's and the house he lives in with his wife. He was definitely throwing shots at people saying he has that house on Lake Fenton. Yeah.
I mean, I
only own 2 homes. The fuck? Some folks don't even only own 1 home.
Yeah, you only, let's just say it's in your wife's name. Let's say it's in a kid name. So you can say that, but I'm not saying, I never brought that up because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. What's up, Deborah O'Neill? Thank you for tapping in. But it's funny. If he's saying that, he should understand how the water stuff is really affecting the people here. And then coming out saying these checks. You know when these people get these checks, how they finna flip out?
A lot of them going to be pissed off at the low dollar amount.
Right.
But
yeah, a lot of them finna be just like downright diet. They finna be messed up. Like this mayor got people convinced, and then how they saying it. Like I say, even when the Congresswoman was here, and then she said in there, it's like I came here giving Barron. Yeah, because listen, when they say anywhere from 1,000 to 100,000, what type of money is that?
I mean, jack shit.
Then it's only what was the 26,000 was approved.
26,000 applicants.
What about the other 54? Good morning, sweet cupcake on break. I mean, what about the other 54? We just like they never existed.
I mean, I don't even know where to go with it, dude. Like, because I don't see 600 and change million being divided up around 26,000, showing that the money is all gone at that point. Because they said it's all gone, it's all spent.
Yeah.
No, it ain't.
But because you got to look at it, it's going by. I don't know how they doing this one. You know what I'm saying? Is it that you took the lead test? If you took that bone lead test, did your doctor say you was affected by the lead? But the max was 100,000, right? They said from 1,000 to 100,000. Like, what is 100,000? And then you got the IRS want their percentage out of it. So is you really getting 100,000?
Man, here's the fun part. Like, oh, God damn it. I had that damn rubric up. I'm going to have to find it again. So they are reducing each settlement due to fees and taxes and payments and this and that.
What about the interest off the money that has been sitting in the bank?
Lawyers try to get that, but that's not going to the people. Like I said yesterday, dude. So they're holding back a significant portion. That's why they disqualified 50,000 people, right? What they're going to do is hold on to that. And when no one, because they put it for the forgotten or unseen kids, a large amount. Okay. And they're going to have to come and prove that they were in Flint and that they're affected. So they're going to have to go through a whole process as well. But on the back end of that extra money, that money that's set aside for them, isn't all going to get used. So this is a ploy by the state, the city, and everyone else because they're entities, not people. They can last longer. They can plan for generations. In 60, 70 years, when everyone from the Flint water crisis is just about dead or has already been paid off, they're going to say, okay, no one else is coming. Then the state's going to seize that money. But in the meantime, that money is going to grow because of interest in the bank. The state didn't lose a fucking dime on this. They're just using it as a savings account, something that they can forget about. Then they're going to pick up back because the interest, 600 and change million, if not more. Every day that sits in the bank, it's worth something like $10,000 to $15,000. And you multiply that by 60, 70 years, that's a lot of fucking money.
Facts.
That didn't punish the state. That didn't punish Hurley. That didn't punish the city. It's just a savings account. That's it.
Yeah, the people, and to me, it's just like, look, they paid a lot of people off to push this deal through. That's, you know what I'm saying? It was no different than we didn't see another one. They just, and that's what's so messed up, because I do believe, like, when you do when you do get this check, can you come back and sue them later on?
Don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you'd have to find another angle to sue them. Like,
H-Sprag, good morning.
I wonder if emotional distress was taken into account. If not, I'd assume following emotional distress.
But when they
no one who's lived in Flint will ever look at water the same the rest of their life.
Lanita Murray, good morning. It just don't make sense. You see this 85,600 people submitted claims. 26,000 are getting settlement checks. So almost 60,000 are being denied. It's like, it was like, man, listen, Crystal Monique, thank you for tapping in. What's going on? It's terrible. Let me see this. What is GISD doing with all the settlement money they was awarded? You can't find free tutoring programs for these kids in the city that need help. How did they get some money anyway?
Oh, because their schools were affected by the water. Some of their schools, the same about FCS.
The lovely Deborah Luna then tapped in. Good morning.
I looked it up yesterday. Let me see if I can look it up again. How much did GI.
60,000. I said 600. My bad. I thought I said 60.
Received.
I'm just. It's really just terrible. But this is what they negotiated for. This is what your lawyers came in and did. Well, somebody was going to have to get played.
They picked up about $9 million earmarked for Flint kids with disabilities. But that just goes back to shooting's point. Marcy. Like $9 million for children with disabilities caused by lead, and yet in GISD and FCS you can't find any program to help these students with learning disabilities catch a tutor so they can try to overcome their disability caused by lead, if any of them caught Legionella and survived, the damage to their lungs and the deprivation of oxygen to the brain. All sorts of bad back end nasties came out of your faucet and poisoned you in one way or another. And this is all you get?
You better be happy you're getting that.
I mean, well, let's take a look at something. How much is that?
I'm over here with my afro growing family. I got to get to my barber. I came on like this to let him know I need a haircut, man.
Here we go. So the typical amount for a wrongful death suit is between $250,000 and $1.5 million.
Velvet 99.99. Thank you for tapping in.
And then if we put
I mean, but did you see where it said something from 1,000 to 100,000? Man, that is terrible. That is terrible.
So typically, if you permanently disable someone, amounts vary wildly from tens of thousands to millions, depending on how heavy the injury. TBI, spinal cord amputations, impact on life and earnings, medical cost, and state laws such as workers' comp. For negligence, severe life-altering cases can hit the $500,000 to multi-million-dollar range. You're trying to tell me that life-altering impacts from the Flint water crisis is only worth maybe $1,000 per the house that it destroyed, or maybe $12,000 for the kid whose future ruined. Those lawyers turned around and hosed everyone. I really think they colluded with the state to make it as low a payment as possible so they can get paid as fast as possible, because they're taking up one quarter of the settlement, and then they're taking additional fees off of each payout.
Good morning, Coretta. Good morning, Eleanor Wicker. I'm looking at that just like the opera fund, just a whole lot more money, because you can't account for it. You can't tell me where they spent money at in Flint, where on the north side. Let's just deal with the north side. Man, have you rolled through the north side? That's just like when Dennis was asking her about the accent in Carmen, and I like Carmen as a friend. Miss Kariza Smith, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. When it was supposed to be, how many houses was supposed to have been took down that they said was supposed to be dead? And it wasn't. I think it was maybe 500 or 600 off, or maybe 7 off of schedule. I get it, but like, damn.
Oh, here's another one. So moderate injuries. So if you're an adult and you have lead in your system, but it's not going to affect your cognitive growth, it'll definitely affect your cognitive function, but not your growth. Between $75,000 and $500,000. For severe or catastrophic injuries, $500,000 to millions. And then for specific injuries such as nerve damage, which lead will definitely do, between $250,000 and $1 million.
Oh, okay.
So looking at precedent here, man, Those lawyers.
Who was negotiating for him?
Aaron
Who did?
Brockovich.
Oh my goodness!
What, you expected me not to? You expected me to hold that back?
Who's supposed? Nah, I'm just saying. Oh my goodness! You would have thought she should have knew how to negotiate better then.
No, because if you take a look at the people she represented in California, many of them are in the same boat.
Huh?
Many of the folks that she represented in California for the phosphate in the water are in the same boat as people in Flint.
Wow.
Not enough to move away. I mean, barely a couple thousand in their pockets. And it was celebrated because, not because the people got paid and got justice, but because the company was punished. That is why it's celebrated.
And how did she make out of that situation?
So she started off, I believe, as a paralegal with her degree, but she wasn't hired on as a lawyer. She ended up as a lawyer with a multi-million-dollar signing bonus for the work that she did. She made out like a bandit. Yeah. And here's the fun thing, brought up by Katie here.
All right, Sirtha. Go ahead.
I only know one person getting 2 claims that will get over 100,000, but it really depended on the doctors, which most doctors refused to say the illnesses were caused by the water.
That's the point I was trying to say.
I mean, I don't think any neurologist in Flint, until it made national headlines, was willing to say that a child's impaired cognitive functions were because of lead poisoning.
Right.
No doctor, no regular, just general practice doctor was willing to say that the rashes on people's bodies and other problems with the water that was affecting the body, such as nerve damage, tissue damage, organ damage, was because of lead in the water, was because the water at all.
Man, when you fighting against all,
that's why Hurley got sued, but then they put in a plea to the court to reduce the payment that they had to do. They went from like 10 to like 5. They said that if we pay this whole thing, then we'll be shut down. Personally, I'd be okay with it. There's still other hospitals around Flint. Hell, get bought out. But you screwed people over. You need to pay.
Yeah, they ain't thinking about paying. I can tell you that. Why you think they was trying to get out of paying? It's just to me, it's just, I don't know, man, what else you can say. Like, what can you do? Oh, hold up, Trevor, you wrong. That was McLaren.
McLaren, thank you, guys.
Yeah, that was McLaren.
I forget the names of the hospitals, but thank you for fixing me.
Yeah. No, I ain't got time to come back. They'll sue us.
Whatever.
No, they will.
The bullshit.
Sorry, someone asked for the baby saying bullshit. I figured I'd bring it up. Brockovich is not an attorney. She's a paralegal. There we go. But I do believe she got something on the back end that maybe she owns part of the firm. But I know she got a big one for that water in Florida or California.
I'm just trying to say. So you saying the people got messed up in that deal too?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Apparently, if you try suing over water in the United States, you are... I can't say things that I'd normally say because we are live and I really don't want to get demonetized or struck. What was it?
But don't touch it. But I'm just saying, because it's like I say, I'm still kind of like, because I haven't watched the show, but for her to say, I'm talking about Melissa Mays, for her to say they didn't, I mean, you want to come back and admit now that you didn't know what you're doing. And I'm not saying it verbatim. This was I'm guessing when she was on the Jordan shit, on the Status Quo podcast, Status Coup podcast, and when she said, "But how could you accept the money then?" See, me, I'm just confused because they had us out there, and I'm gonna be honest, saying bring back the water pods when they knew that them water pods was not coming back. This is what I be calling how people be playing games with you.
California town made famous by Aaron Brockovich is Hinckley, a small desert community where Pacific Gas and Electric, PG&E, contaminated the groundwater with toxic hexavalent chromium from a compressor station, leading to severe illness and a landmark lawsuit chronicled in the movie Aaron Brockovich. Decades later, Hinckley still struggles with contamination and community decline despite the initial $333 million settlement as cleanup efforts continue slowly. I can't wait because Meat Freaks is in a very similar situation now. I hope that your city picks up and basically learns from the mistakes of Hinckley and Flint.
I'm just gonna put y'all in my prayer.
Yeah, and make sure you guys vet your lawyers, looking for top dollar, not whatever they can walk away with in a quarter of it.
Yeah, I mean, well, because then they do a movie about that Aaron Brockovich.
Yes, a film in 2000 played by Julia Roberts.
Yeah, because I remember I thought I watched that. Damn. I guess when the people came here, it was like when the vultures see the carcass, people was just edging to get the Flint. Had no good intentions.
All those celebrities looking to get their picture taken, get some publicity so they can, sell X, Y, or Z, a talk, a motivational thing, maybe pick up a movie role. I mean, when you're a celebrity, you're paid based on how much you're in the public eye. So anytime there's a crisis, you see them flock.
But I'm going to say this.
Right? They came to Flint without trying to help.
I'm not going to say that. I got to disagree with you on that one, Trevor, because I think the celebrities, they did what they were supposed to do. They came here to help raise money. It's not when it got to the people, that's when it got out of hand. Now, as far as them raising the money and then you giving it to the people, how they supposed to distribute it, that still go to who got control of the money. And I think that was a lot of the problem. Some people, and I'm not, like I say with Dr. Weaver, like they say, oh, she took this money. That's what I'm trying to say. No, who really had control of the money?
You see, I'm going to agree to disagree with you there.
We're just going to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. We're adults. The reason I say it is I don't see celebrities actually giving a damn. Maybe a few like Terry Crews or Mr. Moore, even though I don't like him very much. This is their hometown, so they are going to give a damn. These are their neighbors, their families, friends that they grew up with. But just rando celebrities showing up, it was a photo op. And just like politicians from around the country, it was a photo op. They're getting paid for it. And yeah, they're getting paid to raise money for, to help the people. But for them, it's just a payday.
No, what I'm saying, it was money raised with the help of the celebrities. Where did the money go? They was trying to say Dr. Weaver stole that money when it got proved in court. She didn't steal that money. The money was here. That's just like that.
And after like 3 federal investigations.
So where did the money just don't disappear? Where did the money go?
Oh, you and I are talking about 2 different things, but where the money, fuck if I know, dude. Whoever controlled it. Like, it wasn't in Dr. Weaver's pocket. That's for sure. I'm sorry. If she had taken tens of millions of dollars, she wouldn't have been outspent by Neely in 2022. That's just pure.
Yeah. Okay, we get back on this water settlement. I'm looking at what Zach just put in here. He said in the California case, that settlement was for $333 million. The lawyers got 133. That's more than 25%. Brockovich got 2.5 million. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Meat Freaks, take notes, buddy. Do not let her firm come and try to help y'all if you go into court.
Now
Find another.
Right, and I'm looking at this from Marcia Tower. That was the name of the movie. It made money, and Aaron B was paid as well. That's what I'm saying. You see, this is where I don't want to see come here. Like you see these people, a movie be made, and I mean they didn't got paid. Then you see a movie made, and then they get money off that movie too. I mean, you can't get mad that people position themselves. That's how I'm seeing it. To me, it's just like people they positioning themselves. I'm just saying. No telling. You know what? I just say some of everything. Meat freak. You never know what's in that.
Oh God. So PFAS, which PFAS is a nice long molecule that's been split up and binds to everything. There's a very similar molecule to it in Teflon. That's why things slide off of Teflon, right? Not supposed to be in your body, though Teflon is safe, compared to its cousin PFAS. Let me see what else there was. There was straight up chemicals such as like petroleum byproducts and such. Basically everything that's in the Flint River went through the pipes, and it's still contaminating the pipes to this day. I honestly think that the Soviets did a better job of isolating the contamination from Chernobyl than the EPA, Flint, and the state of Michigan did with the fallout from the Flint water crisis. Like, this is going to last more than one generation.
Oh, facts. I mean, no, you know what? No. I think they're going to get it done. I just think it was the process because it's going to speed up. Like people's talking about gentrification. I think the process was just slow. And with the water, in my humble opinion, they want the people gone. They're going to eventually fix it. I just think not going to fix it in the time.
If we take Hinckley, California as an example, this has been about 30 years. This started in 1993 when they had their issue. It's been 32, about to be 33 years. And that's still ongoing, still being cleaned up. You think the Flint water crisis is going to go any faster?
Well, and I'm looking at Kenneth. It was a cover up that got leaked. And good morning, folks. Thank you for tapping in.
Good morning, Kenneth.
I mean, they're going to have to because look what you got going on. I don't know. You know what, Trevor? I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Because they paid a lot of money to get this stuff to go away. You don't give up $100 million to the unconcerned pastors and to Melissa Mays to say she's an activist up on the water. You don't give up all the $100 million. And for people to steal, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't know.
I honestly believe that it was a mistake, that it wasn't on purpose, but it was founded by greed, right? They didn't want to pay as much for Detroit water. Okay, so they started the KWA. Well, how are we going to make ends meet while we're paying for the KWA if we're paying millions for Detroit water? Oh, well, let's just use the Flint water, the river. As A.C. Dumas once said, the mother has, the father has, or the father has, the mother has, and blessed is the child who has his own. Advocating for use of the Flint River. This was incredible stupidity that it's an abject failure. When it's money, that's one thing. When it's time, it's another. When it's human lives and suffering, it is something else entirely.
I look at it like, listen, it was business. And we know how it is when it comes to business. Business is going to keep going. They don't care. Business is going to keep going. And I look at it as a chess game. The residents were pawns on the chessboard. And you know how they do a pawn. They will sacrifice pawns. So when you looking at, you would think it would be something. You would think right now they would be trying to get this situation resolved. You got Art. And you know what I'm saying? He's doing a cancer cluster study. Did you just hear him?
Good morning, Winters.
And you take it easy too, Winters. Be safe.
So we got three follow-ups here.
Mm-hmm.
One coming from Meat Freaks in Palaca, which is now having like problems of its own in water. I don't really want the money. I just want to fix. I think that's pretty much the same feeling as everyone in Flint. Like, if you ask a car crash survivor that gets paid millions of dollars but loses their leg, which they would rather have, the millions of dollars or just the accident never to happen to have their leg back? You know, the folks in Flint just want to be able to drink their water again.
But they but they trying to trick them. Here come y'all money. So they got them thinking, we need our money, but the water bad. To me, it's just like the money is the way to take what's really going on. The water's still bad.
It feels like if you take the money, you're saying everything's okay now.
Yeah, and it's sad. Because look at all the money people been they still buying bottled water.
Mm-hmm. I mean, did I close it? I think I closed that. All right. So the ABC 12 mayor said our water is doing good in the areas of lead and copper. And yet people are still walking up to him in Walmart with cases of water in their cart, shaking his hand. Why didn't he tell them then, hey, you don't need that anymore. The water's fine. If it really is fine, would people still be buying cases of water?
Man, and you got to understand, too. People understand when you're dealing with millionaires, man, you can't mess with their money up. So to me, it's like, listen, they said we paid y'all off. Go push this thing through. And you had some people that got paid off that's going to go along with the get along. It's sad to say it. But what can you do?
I don't know, man.
I mean, what can you really do? I mean,
nothing.
You got a new election coming up in 26. New governor.
The best you can do is make sure that anyone that you're voting for doesn't have any of the current connections that the folks that you don't like do. Do you want Mott controlling the mayor's office again? Do you want whoever else is tugging the strings in the back? Do you want Ashley Capital to have even more or just as much of a say as they currently do in Flint city government? You got to pay attention to who's backing who. Don't just look at the smiles. Don't just listen to the rhetoric. You got to do some research, like a background check, man.
Man, let me go find them. I'm back here. I had one video. Yeah, I'm finna pull this up. Let me go look on YouTube for real quick with Jordan Sheraton. And people can get probably an understanding what's really going on with this Democratic Party. Oh, just saying about this whole water crisis. People can understand what's going on.
Like,
because it what did they say? It behooves.
I hate that word. Every time, every company formation, there'd be first sergeants sitting there trying to sound smart, trying to compete with the CO, because CO has a college degree. It would behoove you. First sergeant.
Yeah, I mean it is. Oh, here it go. Hot damn! Did I find it? Did I find her?
Hot diddly damn! He found it.
Hold on, I found it. Hot damn it! I didn't want to find it. This is from my friend of the show. I think she's a friend of the show.
I'm just sitting here. We got friends?
Yeah, we got a friend of the show. We got a friend of the show. I was back here looking for it.
We are despised and reviled. And
like people was, and I got this from Status Coop. Well, I keep saying Status Coop.
Oh, hey.
And you see that the diabolical mutation of the Flint.
Diabolical.
Hey, y'all think I'll be? Let's see what our friend of 18.
I'm in Flint right now, and they're telling people that all the pipes have already been replaced and the water is safe.
No, it is not. If the water was fine, why is it brown? Why does it smell? Why is it still mandatory that you use a filter? We still have to buy bottled water, which the price of everything is going up, especially elderly, retirees, people on a fixed income. As the water bill skyrocketed, they couldn't afford it. So then they put those unpaid water bills as a tax thing and took 16,000 people's homes. Not to mention the hundreds that have died from bacterial pneumonia, undiagnosed or misdiagnosed Legionnaires.
On top of all this, Now we have data centers for artificial intelligence. And what do you need a lot for these data centers? You need a lot of water.
And that's the thing with ICE right now. We have immigrants living in Michigan, a huge immigrant population, and actually Syrian refugees that former Governor Snyder got paid to bring to Michigan. He put them in Flint in the middle of a water crisis. They don't care if the immigrants die because they can't vote anyways.
When this happened, it was almost 100,000 people in Flint. What is it now?
102.
80,000?
There was 102. There were 102,000 people. And yeah, now they're saying it's 82,000. They're saying, oh, well, look at the population dropping. So they cut all the services. They closed our schools. They're cutting all of the benefits. They're saying, you know, we're going to go ahead and build these data centers. No, absolutely not. Everybody needs to realize everything that has happened with Doge, that is what happened here. Former Governor Snyder appointed these unelected officials to override everything, all of our local government, and basically make all the decisions. They could break union contracts. The only thing they could not do was miss a bond payment to Wall Street. And that is exactly what Doge did on a bigger scale. It's like Flint was this experiment. If Flint does not get fixed and fixed right, no other city is going to.
Answer.
Speaking of data centers, I had a Ground News article pop up this morning before we came on. While many people are urging the slowdown of data centers in Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer is saying we need to go faster.
Gretchen is?
Yes. That was one of her landmark things as her second term of governor, getting data centers and AI, yada, 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 put it in Flint, multi-billion-dollar investments. But there's something on the back end of that didn't get mentioned whatsoever. Is that there's a bubble right now with the AI market and data center market, which means that the loan is bigger than what the investment is worth. And a lot of people are about to default, or they can default. There is no about to, like it isn't certain. But you would end up seeing if this falls through because they aren't getting results and profits fast enough to pay off these loans, you're going to see exactly what happened with the housing crisis in 2008 because there was a housing bubble. There was more loans out and worth of the housing market than the actual housing market was worth. And so they're talking about millions upon millions of dollars here, and well, billions, in fact. And if those default because things aren't progressing fast enough, you're going to see a decent sized market crash. So now you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can not build them and go through the crash, hope that you're stable enough, or you can build them, siphon water off from people, use billions of gallons a year, and contaminate the groundwater around them. I mean, either way, you're kind of fucked.
Well, why would she be pushing for that?
Because she got paid to. Allegedly.
Allegedly, thank you.
I have to throw that in there because that is corruption of the highest tier.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, when you seeing a lot of these things go down, I got a video. Let me play this video. I hope I don't get in trouble for playing this video. Let me get here.
It's fine. You know what? If it gets cut out, then it is a live exclusive. How about that?
Yeah,
you just have to show up to lives.
Yeah, this right here, it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. Let me make sure I don't get in trouble for this.
I should probably check and see if our friends that like to downvote us are here.
I already know probably who one is. I think this dude need to be played. Let me go.
We have not caught that downvote yet.
Okay, let me put this here. Let me play this right here.
She fucking knows.
And Brother Elliot just sent me this. It do make sense when you listen to this. And this is coming from Dr. Barbara Sizemore.
All for sale. Because we have made it that way. You cannot run for office without money. So that means you either got to be a millionaire like Michael Huffington to start with, or you got to be for sale to the highest bidder. That's the nature of politics. That's the way we made it. Because we are a capitalist country. And there is only one party, ladies and gentlemen. Please, African-American people, don't be fooled by this trick. There is one party, the Capitalist Party of America. It has two branches, the Republican and the Democrat. That's why it's so easy to switch from one to the other. Great spark. I mean, the senator from Alabama didn't have no trouble. He got up on Monday morning. He said, "Oh, sir, made a mistake. I ain't no Democrat."
See, and that, and you know, I played that for a reason, because once you get that out of politics, I mean, money. So that's why you can see a data center can come in. They got the money to pay the people off.
Not just a data center, right? This
Yeah.
isn't something run by Microsoft or
Yeah.
Elon Musk's Edge or whatever the fuck he's calling his
Yeah.
AI thing. You know, this is from China. Like, this is an outside foreign business entity trying to move into Flint. Well, right next to Flint for a data center.
That's what I'm saying. So when you
Not only can you be bought off by businesses in country, you can be bought off by countries, other
right,
countries.
because you're dealing with people with money. So when you dealing with when you battling people that got billions, we ain't talking about petty money.
No,
What's
we're
up,
talking
Lou?
about long money. We're talking about money, serious money, and everyone else
Right.
has a sense of humor.
Right. So what you think? Like you seeing that with that mega site? They talking about they tore homes down. They don't care. They would listen if you in their way when they say the train is moving. You better get out the way.
Oh yeah, you get hit with eminent domain, which, in my limited legal understanding, I believe they used eminent domain incorrectly there. Eminent domain is for government use for the betterment of the area. This was them using eminent domain to remove you from your home with what they call fair compensation, which is never fair because government undervalues everything but overpays everything, and then them giving it to this company. That's not how eminent domain is supposed to work. Eminent domain is supposed to be for things like roads. Okay, we need a brand new road that has to run like this and improves everyone's quality of life by like X amount. Your house is in the way. I have to pay you fair market value and you have to move so I can demolish it. They did this for a private entity, not just a private entity, but a private entity that represents another foreign government. They just showed you that China is far more important to them, to the state government of Michigan, to the Mundy Township government, than its actual residents. It's strange, right?
Yeah. Man, because I pulled up, I got so much stuff on his page that I could just pull up with as far as this Flint water crisis.
See, Denise is on it.
It's crazy. It's like, it's nothing to see. I'm looking at this like, man, when they saying there's nothing to see here, this, I'm like I said, I'm on status quo. Hold on, let me get this.
Here we go.
Yeah, no,
They keep using eminent domain in ways that benefit private individuals rather than the community as a whole.
But when you're the shot caller, Trevor, you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can do what you want to do.
The idealized world of how it's supposed to work, you know, for the people, by the people. And then there's the actual world we fucking live in, which is the world we fucking live in.
Yeah, it's just, to me, that's what I'm telling you, man. That right here with this right here is just terrible with this Flint water crisis, and we still in the same situation. I got one we can go pull up for 3 years later. Said the devastating effects of the Flint water crisis on residents in 2022. Man, they don't care. They really don't care. So what really can you do? I can keep showing you more videos. I can show you the videos where they talk about the cover up. Man, these people.
I can tell you my solution, but my solution most people call the coward solution. I moved away. And I know a lot of people don't want to move away from Flint. Understood, that's your home. Right? That's the only solution I had, though. And to me, moving away was to a place where I don't have to trust anyone else with my water. That is on me. Right? Every month I have to go out, flush my entire system, add salt for a water stabilizer, and then a different water stabilizer because we've got heavy phosphates in the area and we have a high water table. Right? I trust myself more than I trust now a government to take care of something as simple as water. And I don't mean simple as in work, but I mean simple as in the idea of, hey, we need fucking clean drinking water, asshole. You know?
That's why I was going back to the chat. That's why I was telling you when they talk about that new AI, they didn't want it in Monday, the mega site, bring it into Flint.
Yeah,
it's
take
like,
it to Flint.
Yeah, and that's
we're
why
too
I'm
pretty,
like,
we're too important, we're too affluent.
Right.
Put it with the poor people.
And that's what I'm saying. They don't care. And we sitting up here, well, we're gonna have a Republican governor. You think Republican governor gonna go against what's going down?
Man, Republican governor, Democrat governor, Libertarian governor, Green Party governor. Once again, as has been pointed out here, who was Whitmer's staff? A lot of her staff was holdovers from the Snyder administration.
So right. So you're dealing with big money.
You're dealing with people that get put into a position and don't leave until they fucking die and they've been paid off.
Yeah, just think
These
about it.
unelected bureaucrats that can sit in the same office for 30 years, retire millionaires on a salary that's less than fucking $80,000 a year. How are they retiring millionaires, or in some cases even billionaires? Back in money, sometimes favorable stock trades. NIMBYs. My dad used to talk to me about them. A lot of folks in California, when I was born, dad was stationed there. They were all talking, we should have nuclear energy. It's so clean, but not in my backyard. NIMBYs.
Fact, I'm looking at what Deborah, strike me funny is that when they refer to the mega site, they say Flint, even though it's Mundy's Township, probably mostly at a national level, not local, but they definitely say Flint. they don't mind using Flint then, huh? The Republican motto is you on your own.
Man, and while a lot of people don't like that, personally I do, because me on my own, I don't have to trust other Republicans who are dumb as fucking rocks. I don't have to trust Democrats who are dumb as fucking rocks. I don't have to trust Libertarians who are dumb as fucking rocks. I know I'm dumb as a fucking rock, but I know what I need, right? I'd prefer it that way. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you would too, but unfortunately, we live in a time where you have to have some services provided to you by a government. You have no fucking choice, because Flint and Hinkley, the California town, they both show that when it comes to your welfare, you are secondary.
Facts. And it's crazy, but that's what I'm saying. And then, like I said, you can go on his page and look it up. He put other stuff out there that is talking about kidney disease. I think an uptick in Flint, if I'm not mistaken. Like I say, go to his page and you can get more of a breakdown of what he's talking about it.
Lead likes really fatty tissues. So kidneys have a bit of fat in them, but they're mostly a muscle, but it affects them in different ways. But your liver is a very, very fatty organ. Your brain is almost consistent like fat. Your eyes, the jelly in them. If you have a piss poor diet, you're going to have fatty masses around your heart that lead will love to attack. It is a pervasive, full body destroyer.
Yeah, but they're not telling the people that. They're not even telling you what you need to eat to try to get the stuff, the leads that you didn't took in for years.
One part, it isn't even just the water. Like the water, bad, but the soil, that lead has leached into the soil. That soil has grown trees and plants. That lead is literally everywhere. And it's not just lead. You've got other chemicals from GM just dumping shit into the fucking river. You've got other heavy metals such as iron, steel, variations thereof. And Neely there just mentioned copper last night. So has anyone looked at the damage that the copper has done to people over time? Or are we just so fixed in on the lead?
Listen, he got government on his side. So the EPA ain't gonna go against what he's saying. Lansing not gonna go against what he's saying.
Yeah, he's made friends in Lansing and
right.
He's controlled by Lansing. I mean,
right.
Gretchen Whitmer, she's just whoever is in charge of Flint, whoever can win that election to try to get her further up, but also to try to make the black eye of the Flint water crisis go away. Yes, it started under Snyder. Snyder caused it. but it didn't get fixed under Whitmer. So she just wants a mayor in there who's going to make the problem go away by signing.
Why she in, like, when she come out, she not gonna care. But look what she pushing for, because these people understand when they be leaving out, they can go into the private sector.
Mm-hmm.
You think she pushing that for nothing?
Not just private sector, right? So we've gone over the nonprofits time and again, but what about God damn it? Oh God, that damned word! People who go and solicit for
You talking about? Hold on. I know what
lobbyists.
There
we go. Yeah, they go into lobbying, and they make millions of dollars. I've seen so many times these great laws that are proposed. Number one is from one of my representatives down here in Florida in Congress. She wants to make stock trading for people in Congress completely banned.
It should be.
It should be. But the next thing is either if you serve in government, you can never be a lobbyist, or the more middle line approach is you have to wait 5 years before becoming a lobbyist. Because those folks make some fucking money.
I mean, but hey, look at MTG. She made money from being in Congress.
Yeah, she's about to probably turn into a lobbyist as well. I don't think she's going for another government seat. She's already got her name out there. She's already made the connections. She can walk into any one of those fellow representatives' offices and say, hey, this group that I represent needs your vote on this bill. They are willing to put so much toward your next campaign.
Mark Hutchinson, you right. But shit, hell, can you really force them to update their voting, the voting, register voting?
Idealized society, fantasy world, you could, but the reality we live in, no, because the reality we live in, we can't even get the state to investigate residency fraud. So
they will, just not in Flint. And plus, you know what?
Flint is their breadbasket.
I'm not gonna say they won't do it, but they can't do it against who the mayor got up in there. That's just like we see Davina every day. People should see Davina as who she really is. If they can see everybody else, but when it comes to Davina, they should see Davina who she is. She's no different than the ones who playing the residents. Davina put out them 5 slips again. When I was at that meeting Saturday, Davina lied and said she was not. But who Davina listening to? But she says she independent, right?
She independent from the people. Independently choosing to fuck the people.
Yeah, she independent from the people. She's going to work for the mayor. She's going to work for them 5 or 6 that stick together. That's just how Davina is. I don't know why people want to keep giving her a pass, like saying, no, Davina is who she is. This is learned behavior. She know how to work it. That's why I give Stanley Wood a shout out. Because Stanley Wood tried to go do business with a person you couldn't do business with. Ain't no way in my life. I wouldn't even went down there, but I understand why Stanley did what he did. But people should see who she is.
Like, right here. Exactly that. And it isn't even just the politicians. Some of the activists are lining up to become lobbyists. I mean, take a look at how many of these activists are getting really fucking close, really rubbing elbows with politicians that aren't even on the same page about Flint, that aren't even trying to help Flint, but they're still, meeting up with them and talking with them. And, oh yeah, I can do this for you. I can help you get elected here. I can do this, do that.
Dude, I got a video right now.
Put it up.
I could show you. I'm not going to put it up, but I can just show you that everybody that was together at one time, I don't want to be called being petty. These people was together for this water fight. You don't see them down there no more. And I can show you this when they were speaking out. I'm just getting this off Jordan Sheraton page. Hold on. I don't want people to be like, oh, he being petty. Let me get this together for y'all.
I'm a petty little bastard.
No, I'm not, but I'm just saying people was here. Like, people was here during this time. Let me get this together. People was here. All you gotta do is look in the picture. People was here. You see familiar people. This was during the water crisis right here. Yeah, the people, and this is coming off Jordan Sheraton page. You see the people was here. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? That was Melissa Mays. What's up, sweetheart Shell? Thank you for tapping in. And I'm just saying, you saw the people was together fighting.
Mm-hmm.
What difference now? The water not fixed. Where's the people at?
I remember Claudia Perkins approaching me when I was going to vote when she was running against Tanya Burns. And her main selling point was she was one of the original water warriors. And in my head, I'm sitting there going, but the water's still screwed up. So why aren't you still fighting right now?
You see Mama Claire show up, Claire McClinton, everyone. Where's the people at? I'm just asking.
They're strange squeaky dinks, don't you think?
No, I'm just saying everybody was together fighting. Where are they at now? Because you know why? When this mayor got in office, some people they roll with the mayor. They know they can't come out and say nothing because they think, and this is what's crazy, that the mayor got them. If y'all speak out against the water, it's going to come against me. Hell, you in that seat. They got to speak out against the water.
Mm-hmm.
But people, it just like it got split down the middle. You don't see, hey, maybe Melissa, she popped up on Jordan. Like I said, this is just off Jordan Sheraton page. I'm just pulling this up off. Because this is like when I told y'all, when I got hip to it, I was watching Jimmy Dore's show and I was watching Jordan Sheraton. They was the first ones I was seeing that was talking about, really Jordan Sheraton was talking about the Flint water crisis during that time. And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm like, we need it. That's what made me want to go ahead and start create our own platform for we can talk about it and get the people here. Like, I don't have no problem. It's just that when he was showing how the people, it was a lot. I'm just going off his video. They was people was out here. But now, where we at, you can't get nobody to show up.
Mm-mm. I mean, how many people do you see at council? For things that actually matter, things that you have a direct input and say, you can directly look at the people voting for it and you can directly tell them how you feel about it and why it is a mistake or why it is positive. And you can't even get 15 to 20 people in there. We were celebrating when there were 30 people showing up.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's like, you see what's going on. It's just like, dude, when this mayor got in, I'm not going to say, I think that's when the fight got split. You know what I'm saying? And he took the game. Hey, you know what, Katie, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
My uncle Horace Jackson Sr. I went for a walk. That is water company. All right, let me peek that.
But I'm just saying it was so much when you go back and look. It's just, but now, you know what I'm saying? But then when you started hearing, when you heard about the unconcerned pastors, y'all remember Quincy Murphy when he checked Melissa Mays, called her out about that 100 million. I mean, he said 95 when we find out it was 100 million. Then you starting to see white people doing certain stuff that they doing.
Okay, so Bettis Water Company is not an actual water company, but it is a brand name for industrial valve and actuators built by Emerson. And so it isn't like, water to your house. They also offer home and office water filtration, but it's not a water company. It's water accessories, as Hank Hill would say.
I don't think people was really paying attention. Oh, you got to go back and look when my man brought his machine here that they messed up. And he was trying to fix the water. Did they really want the water fixed?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Man, they like Flint in this little equilibrium it's in now. People are still terrified.
Yeah, you're not finna mess that thing up.
But they're afraid to vote differently now. Like, this person's been working on it for so long. I don't want to put someone new in there to start all over again. It's a, if you know, I'm looking at it dispassionately. It's a very, very smart political play. Now, it's diabolical and scummy, you know, keeping people terrified to vote for you because you're afraid that a new person's going to have to start over from the beginning and you're going to have to deal with lead, Legionella, yada, 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 all over again. But it keeps getting them elected.
Hey, Mark, but that's the point. That's the point right there. Where he's saying, right, I'm completely agree. He said, where's your NAACP? All the different ages, I mean, you know, the different organizations. Yes, however you slice it, it appears the masses don't give a damn. It's, you know, I'm not going to say they don't get, I think they just been beat down. You got to get somebody that can motivate them. Why you think they went so hard at Jed ass?
He was actually motivating people. He had
Yeah,
people
but
excited.
they nipped that in the bud quick.
I mean, when you get told you're being charged with a felony,
they nipped that in the bud quick. That before that fire even got spreaded, they put that out.
You tell me, hey, Mr. Berryhill, you're being charged with a felony. Whoa, what I do? I'm backing the hell away. I'm sorry. Like,
right, and then you just see certain stuff. I'm
5
not saying
years, and 5 years, and then the stigma of being a felon and all that, and losing everything. Fuck. I don't blame them, man.
You know what it was. More people was more. Oh, he shouldn't have went to his house. He shouldn't have did this. You know, and wasn't nobody caring about. Hey, man, y'all people is dying here. It was more people. Man, no, they shouldn't have went to. You know, they did this and that. They was more worried about that. Damn, that you worrying about that the water's still messed up and that you dying. We so watching people sitting up here leaving us. But
when I first met Mr. Jebediah, myself, Clack, I believe Jerry Winfrey Carter, Tanya Burns, and Carol McIntosh. We're sitting in a room with them up at the council offices. And he wanted to go talk to the mayor. So he and I rode the elevator down, and this is on his live. We rode the elevator down. We went into the mayor's office, who happened to not be there at the time. So, of course, he went to his house. Like, how else are you going to... If the man is avoiding you, you have to go to where the man is, right? Mm-hmm. So, go to his house. Hell, he's an elected official. You should be making some time for some people who have some questions.
Why would he?
Instead of manning up and sitting down and having an actual conversation, he decided to call the cops. He decided to make this a massive issue of harassment and this and that. Like, I can't think of a more bitch move.
Common sense. I hear what you're saying, but to tell me who can motivate them.
Yeah,
I mean, listen. I hear you saying excuses. If you can come here, I would love to see you come here and get them did. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing firsthand.
The people are tired of being ignored.
Yeah, not just that. You step on the wrong people's toes. Let's cut through the bullshit.
Prison don't look good.
A spade. They will come after your ass. You will see. It's like, you know how I break it down to layman terms. You know how you go on somebody's block? Just imagine you going on somebody's block. Go on somebody's block and think you finna set up. And let's see how many forces come against you.
The water should be motivating, but it's also been going on for...
Right.
11, 12, 13 years now. Like, people have... The streets were lined when it first happened, and they were ignored. People were going down to Lansing, and they were told that they're embarrassing the state rep and to leave, otherwise they'd be arrested. People have been fighting this fight for a hot minute, and they've been harassed, ignored, talked down to, lied about.
Got paid off. Let's don't forget that.
Yep.
You know, I'm just saying.
Like, yes, it's motivating for some people. Don't get me wrong. There's still people out there fighting it. I mean,
yeah. You got people.
Your names have been bought off. Like,
I'll give you an example.
Told us your activists have been bought off.
How hard was Clack fighting on the school board?
Pretty fucking hard.
Okay.
Day in, day out. Hey, fiscal responsibility. Hey, We need to make sure we know where this money goes. Hey, we need to not overspend. We're already in debt. And they backstabbed him. They went around his back. They kept upping a bullshit contract for a superintendent who's not getting any progress, making any results. And then the second he's gone, how much money did they just agree to spend on that new high school?
I can't even remember. I know what you're talking about. No, what blew my mind was when we was at that meeting Saturday, how the president of the school board said this is the most this board get along. Basically, she was saying the one when Clark was leading was terrible, and the one before when they got on. But she never included her and her crew in the madness. You know what I'm saying? Never her and Laura. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was not a part of the BS.
If you're not part of the game, if you're not on the in crowd collecting this cash, then you're persona non grata.
No,
they
it's
don't
like
want to deal with you.
Yeah, because it's like you a threat to how they've been getting money. And if you become a threat to how they getting money, they gonna show you. And I'm not talking about the ones who run it. I'm just talking about the ones on the bottom.
They will show the ones catching the peanuts and the chump change. But hey,
they was
listen,
people can keep playing. Y'all see it. It's like you stepping on somebody's block. That's how they playing. You come in there, you stepping on somebody's block. Whether if you good or bad. Now I get it, Flint. They kind of untrustworthy. They got the right, but sometimes good and bad get caught up. I'm just saying. I'm not saying who good and who bad. I'm just saying everybody who done came here has a story. I'm just telling you from the ones I done ran into have a story. Like you coming to Flint, you be in some shit.
Like
I'm just telling everyone that you come.
Take a look at a lot of these council members that we currently have. The first day that they were on council, all the way up through, I want to say like the 5th month. Idealistic, not opportunistic, but optimistic. Right? They were trying to get things done until the money people came down and said, "You're fucking up how we're making money. So either you're going to make some money with us, or we're going to find ways to silence you." Take a look at what happened to Mays. How many times did they suspend him? How many times did they censor him? How many? They even changed rules to be able to shut him up.
Hey, they like they was at a buffet.
Like, and you saw a lot of folks that you thought, were good folk, turn on Mays because he was fucking up someone else's money. He was talking the wrong talk.
Yeah, it's about down to the dollars and cents. Don't you know? Like, you know how that's what I'm trying to tell you. You will step on people's toes. They will sidetrack and deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be looking to the left and be like, "No, let's deal with him right here." Just think about third ward election.
Yeah.
Okay, just think about it.
Sat there and decided we can't let this third party get in. This third party might fuck up all of our money.
Yeah.
So they threw that Hail Mary. One side decided, you know what, all I need is a pin. The other side decided I need to split the vote. And the end result is still the same. One of the two sides is in, and the third party's out.
That's all you have to do. You got to look at it like that. You have to be, sometimes some people be like, "No, I'm not saying, I'm just saying this allegedly. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. This is me just thinking outside the box." Sometimes they will look at like you messing stuff up. Before I let you mess it up, we'll go ahead and keep it rolling like this. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all you got to do is go back and look. If you go back and go look at how many people was pulling up to this water thing, look at the help even them. Like I said, Quincy, when he said about that 95 million, I'm upset because I remember we was coming on here saying they need to bring back the water pods. They knew the water pods was never coming back. That's what is so crazy. I'd rather you just tell me what it was.
What it is.
Yeah, then me going back and forth. You got me over here looking like a damn fool. It go back to when I walked that letter in. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to see. I mean, Jed, You know what, Mark? Sometimes when you see the machine that you fighting, you be like, is it worth it? Y'all
And
don't,
I
you know,
win.
you might don't believe it. I done had conversations with people,
I mean,
especially
to that old saying, if you can't beat them, join them.
yeah, I done had people come be come and be like, man, if you would have, you know, if you'd have went this way, man, you could have got this. It was just like, you know, I get it. And that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, listen, man. What y'all want me to do? Y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all just want to act like everything is peaches and cream.
That's what they want.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's what they wanted. I just ain't. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, no, Marky, you've hit the nail on the head several times. I mean, at this point, the nail is through the board. There's more than enough money in Flint. There's more than imaginable money in Flint. And we've gone through it several times ourselves. The fact that poverty is big business. That's just the pure and simple of it. And it is terrible to say, but impoverished areas receive more funding through grants, federal this, aid that. And you see programs pop up that take advantage of it, that always at the back end of it collect an administrative fee or a registration fee or a we helped you out fee, but we take it out of what you're about to get. Just like lawyers who help you with disability, right? There is so much money that comes into Flint that is siphoned off one way or another, and the residents don't get no help. The goal is to keep the residents in poverty so more money comes in. Engineer another crisis so more money comes in. This is something that they've weaponized poverty in such a way to where they can make a massive profit off of it with doing very little.
It's big business. Good morning, Beverly Biggs in the building. Oh, it's big business. And I be thinking sometimes like, man, you can't, like I say, I'd rather come on here and give y'all our opinions. And sometimes, you know, winter's gonna get that tea, it'd be tea of truth. You know what I'm saying? But listen, like, listen, they've been doing this for a long time. You're not finna mess up their money machine. And being poor, yeah, this is big business though. Poverty is big business.
I wonder if
like just think about it. In California, they spent $26 billion, Trevor. That was in the budget, $26 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if they spent $26 billion, how would what you think? The poor people shouldn't be no poverty in California. But that's not what the money is in it for. It's not to really get nobody off of it. It's just the illusion. And okay, we might get, let's just say we help 20 people. They're going to call that a success.
I mean,
that's what they call a success.
We just saw that this last council meeting. These behavioral health clinics, the mobile one or the ones, they couldn't give you an actual number. And if they did, it was a rather low number. Just like, hey, our violent crime intervention and prevention. Oh, well, we stopped 2 people. It's a success. If it saves 1 person, it's worth it. Not really. Not really at all. Because you could be spending that same amount of money on something that actually works. But that same amount of money, very little of it's actually going toward the project and problem. It's going toward people's pockets.
Yeah, but see, it was a way to create a job. And happy birthday to the councilwoman, Tanya Burns. We said her birthday today. See, you think I'll be playing. They spent $24 billion on homelessness, but most of the money is going to the CEO. That's what I'm saying. You saw people getting jobs. It's like, you think they finna stop their way of getting money? And then that means if we clean up homelessness, them people will be out of a job.
I mean, so right here, I decided to look up Poverty is Big Business, see if it was a book title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, Mickey, I didn't see any books titled that. So when you start your author arc, there's the name of your book. The phrase "poverty is big business" highlights how various industries profit from poverty, creating a corporate poverty complex by exploiting low-income individuals through services like payday loans, bail bonds, and rent-to-own stores, while also pointing to how massive government anti-poverty spending fuels private companies in areas like housing, healthcare, and corrections. And corrections, showing how profits often outweigh the aid for the poor. That's just a simple version. I mean, consumer goods, tobacco, alcohol, lottery tickets, and now marijuana are specifically targeted toward impoverished communities. Every time you've heard me say the lottery is a poor tax, I fucking mean it. They're selling you hope to try to get out of a bad situation. Let me see. Financial services. How many payday loan vendors are all around Flint? And that's the only way some people can make it. But fuck, when they're charging you triple-digit interest for 2 months, it's a sham, because you're going to have to go to another one and get another loan just to pay off that loan. And now you're back in the same spot. You need a loan again, but you're worse because you're having to pay off the first loan, the second loan, the third loan.
They wouldn't be in business if they weren't making money.
Right? Government contracts billions in public funds for anti-poverty programs get channeled to private corporations for service delivery, creating a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. Poverty, that's Flint right there. Billions in public funds for anti-poverty programs get channeled to private corporations for service delivery, creating a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. What private corporations we talking about here? 501c3s.
Facts. That's what I was trying to. What you think? Listen, man. What's that? It's right there on what's that street? It's off of Grand Traverse. When you cross the bridge, they got the is that My Brother Keepers right there?
Yeah.
That's my dude. You know, when I be going to the gym in the morning, I'm seeing them when they let the people out.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I be leaving the gym, I go down to my cousin's crib. I be watching them. They walk past us every morning. And it's like, dude, they know it's cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't care if one or two of those freeze to death, because there's going to be someone else that takes their position very shortly.
Yeah.
And they can make money off of them. Oh, so you're a homeless shelter. Well, we have to give you money to keep you open. And a lot of that money doesn't go toward the building, doesn't go toward resources, toward the people there. Hell, I honestly don't think that they even provide decent blankets. I don't know. I haven't been inside, but we'll go ahead and say that that's my speculation.
Facts.
But it does go toward rent of the building. It goes toward payroll, and it goes towards CEO's pocket, because they're part of payroll, aren't they? But It's not for profit. They're not profiting. Well, of course not. They're taking all the profit, turning it into wages. Everyone gets a pay raise. Well, if you're on the board, at least. If you're a peon on the bottom, well, we just look at you as another patsy and another fool.
I see what Concrete Jungle said. The Attorney General of Illinois, Kwame Raoul, went up against those predatory lenders for those exact reasons. That's what I'm saying. So when you going through this stuff, it's you battling a machine.
Dude, banks absolutely hate payday lenders. When I was running for state rep, I got these little questionnaire packets to see if they liked me or not, right? And this was from the United Credit Unions of Michigan. They wanted payday lenders to have their interest cap to the same as banks. I was all for that. I mean, shit. Whether either you go to a payday loan place and you're paying a couple 100% for 3 months, or you go to a bank and you're paying at max 5%. Well, payday loan places can still make their money if they charge 5%, and it would help people out. So yeah, I checked that. That was something I was very passionate about. But then I learned very quickly those payday loan places have a lot more money that they can throw at campaigns than the credit unions do, because credit unions, being a PAC, can only donate so much, whereas each individual payday loan place can donate as much as they want.
Damn. That's messed up, Mike, if they didn't do it. But Debbie Clark said she'd take them. See, Mike said he tried to donate some clothes and blankets to my brother's keeper, and they wouldn't take it. Wow.
There we go.
See, this is the type of stuff that you'll think wouldn't go down. I hope they'll make that right. You know what I'm saying? But these places here that you're dealing with, that's why you got to hope. To me, it's just that, you know, in my opinion, you got some vultures on council. And their whole thing is about getting money. Like, we're going to get it. To me, in my humble opinion, I'm going to go with allegedly. This mayor put people on there who knew they knew one thing. They're going to listen to the assignment. I'm going to get y'all some money along the way. That's why when you see the State of the Union, I mean, was the State of the City, when our water is better than, you know what I'm saying? For him to even say something like that is just diabolical.
Right. But what Mike just said there reminded me of another part of the poverty industrial complex. Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Goodwill is not a nonprofit, right?
What is it?
It's a for-profit company. What they do is they buy your stuff on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, they don't even buy it. They just take the donations on the cheap. And so if I get like a really nice sweater for free and I sell it for $10, that's $10 in profit right there. Like, you gotta, there's so many places that are like that. They're just, you see them pop up in impoverished neighborhoods, not to help the people, but to make a buck off of them, what little they already have.
See? Almost every person that we talk to do not want to go my brother's keeper or hope because that's the way they are treated. And this is what is diabolical. People do need to start telling the truth on it because they get money to help people. I think they is. I'm not for sure if my brother's keeper, but why would you open something up like that if you're there to help? Because I'm assuming you open that up to help homeless people, right?
That's what you would hope, but no, it's about the money, dude. It's always about the money. It's always about the money and the power, because take a look at where those two places are connected to. I mean, how many politicians do they happen to be very good friends with that happen to advocate for policies that directly impact a homeless shelter? And what I mean by that is either give them grants, give them money, give them donations, or bring attention to them so they can collect more, but also creating circumstances where more and more people are becoming homeless or disenfranchised or impoverished beyond a level that they can climb their way out of reasonably.
Wow, Clack. You said they had a very nasty attitude when I went there. My mom said the same thing. They need a new director. Diabolical.
Mark, there we go. My dad did the same thing when I was in the Army. My ex-wife had a spending habit, so I went and got a payday loan, and I had to tell my dad about it. First thing he did was told me, because he couldn't pay it, empty out your thrift savings plan, which was a type of retirement that the Army was having us do, and pay it off, and then pay that back in at the 2% interest rather than I think it was 90% interest over 3 months for the payday loan place. It was rough. I ended up paying, I took out a $900 loan and I ended up paying back between the two of them close to $1,900. Yeah, it was.
But I mean, when you're young, you make mistakes like that. That's why you get older. You know better.
That's what elders are for, right? You know, someone even just a few years older than you. Listen to them. They've usually made the mistake you're about to make, and they'll talk you out of making it or teach you a way of avoiding it. There we go.
Exactly. Say payday loans are big in military time.
Yeah. So are liquor stores, tattoo shops, places that sell that kratom crap. But here's one from Katie. Goodwill also hires handicaps while getting paid big bucks from General Motors to do non-union jobs, paying them by part, not hour. Yeah, they get to pay people less because they're hiring handicapped.
I'm looking at Senator John F. Kennedy resigns and focus on lieutenant governor bid. Wow.
And only some post, Michelle Merritt. So Fort Carson, as far as I know, because I still talk to some of my brothers there, they haven't banned all payday loan spots, but some of the most notorious ones. And they're on the same blacklist as like some massage parlors for massage parlor reasons. Some liquor stores as well, because those liquor stores were extending credit.
I'm looking at this. It said people can start receiving their money from the Flint water settlement starting Friday. Boy, it's going to be diabolical.
I keep telling my wife to call my daughter to talk to her about it, because if I were to talk to her about it, I'm pretty sure I'd offend her one way or another. You know, if she's a grown woman, I'm going to treat her like a grown woman. But if she does get a settlement, if she wasn't one of the 50,000 denied, there's certain things she needs to do with that money to make sure it doesn't just get pissed away. Like, open a high interest CD if it's more than $1,500 and forget about it for 5 years. Then you might actually have something.
No, I did not. You know what, man? When I came back, like I said, I went to a funeral Monday. So when I came back, I did start up counsel people, but I went to bed.
Yeah, the second that Mickey's next program came out, I'm like, no copyright, and I turned it off.
Yeah, no, I had started it up, family, and I was down. Let me see. The mob charges 25% and the payday loan charge 28%. Diabolical.
And honestly, I'd rather fall in or go into bad favor with the mob and get my knees broken than deal with what a payday loan will do.
That just shows you how
lose their homes and cars to payday loan spots, because what they'll do, they'll let you go, they'll let you forget about it and stop paying until it comes right toward the end of statute of limitations, and then they put on that interest. So when you took out $500, now all of a sudden it's something like $10,000 after that statute of limitations, because they want you to forget. That $10,000, they will have a friend of the court come take your vehicle, sell it, and if it don't make that 10 grand, then they're going to sue you again. If it does make that 10 grand, then they just made a profit. They're nasty.
Crazy work, ain't it? I'm just, like I said, that state of this the city thing is just crazy. I'm with you, Mark. Seriously, with the 800 churches in front, there still really don't need for payday loan. Man, the churches ain't thinking about helping their people. I'm still
collecting the money and buying pastors things. It's not for.
You would think that the pastors would with their congregation. I'm not saying I don't know the big ones here. But you would think they would want to buy some of the homes in the area where their church is at and move their people in them. Mm-hmm. You would think they would want to do that. You would think they would want to build their Jerusalem.
Like, hey, Jessica's having a hard time here. The church has received so much in donations. What do you say we buy this house and fix it up for her and move her in? Well, let's turn this barren plot into our Eden, as you were saying,
Because just think about some of these big churches, man. Them pastors get salaries. You know what I'm saying? Just think down there. Let's just say the mega churches. You don't think they could buy up neighborhood? Them churches that got like down there 8,000 or 9,000 or 12,000 members. You don't think they can go buy up neighborhoods to move their people in there? You don't think
very quickly? They don't.
You're right. You don't think they could have did that where they can create their own neighborhood? They could have. The church could have did so much because they keep taking up they keep taking them tithes up. Why you wouldn't take tithes up to build your community up? But you notice what them pastors be living out on the skirts. They don't live like the.
You notice what they're driving? They're not driving. They're not driving what you or I would drive. They're driving something that was built this year or last year at oldest.
Yeah,
and they traded in next year to get another.
It's just crazy to me that the people in the church, you can get your money, make sure the pastor live good, but you struggling. That's what I always never understood. Like, no, I'm not giving my money up. And that money not going to God. That money going right to take care of his ass.
That's just like doing it. I go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or there's this Mustang Mart around me. And it always asks if I want to round up for charity. Fuck no. Fuck no.
Oh,
Number one, I have no guarantee that's going to charity, or at least the whole amount of it. Number two, they're just using it as a tax write-off. Why am I going to help you make more money when I just spent $200, $300, $400 here on building supplies and shit? Now you can go fuck yourself. If I want to donate to charity, it's going to be under my name, so I can catch that tax write-off. Though I don't believe in tax write-offs for charity. You do it for the right reasons, not for profit. But whatever.
Let's see what Maria Carter said. She said, you keep seeing on social media the pastors are locking in on paying those tithes.
Damn. Empty their accounts of those righteous dollar bills.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, go listen to No Rest for the Wicked from The Heavy. It has entire lines about these pastors making righteous dollar bills while you're sitting there trying to figure out if you can eat tonight.
Facts.
It is a rough song to listen to once you actually put the lyrics to it.
It's just crazy that they can see the pastor riding in a big car and it's all right. Like, no, what? Like, to me, okay, you the pastor of the church, but what is you trying to help build? I get it. We got the church now. We got the big church, right? Now, what we finna do after we got the church? Okay, you wanted the nursery on there, okay? We got the nursery. You know what I'm saying? Because all we keep hearing is what you building on the church. Oh, we need this over here. We got all of that. When we start building up these neighborhoods, when we start purchasing some of these properties over here, why we can't do nothing like that? You know what I'm saying? Why the churches ain't try to get together, open up their own bank? I mean, I know why they ain't doing it.
Yeah, because that takes money away from the pastor and, the elders in some of these churches. The only church, mainstream church, mind you, large church that I know of that actually helps its members when they're down and low isn't the Catholic Church. It isn't, Jewish synagogues, none of that. It's actually the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons, the weird folk.
Mm-hmm.
They will give out loans to their congregation for, I think it's like 1%.
Yeah.
But they do encourage tithing. It's for that specific purpose, right? Like,
yeah,
it's
got a building fund.
LDS is actually pretty cool, but at the same time, it's definitely not a church I would subscribe to.
I'm just saying,
their folks are cool.
Hell, can we come live in that joker when our heat go out, or we can't pay that water bill, and we ain't got no place to stay when the landlord done put us out?
Right? Like, hey, yo, I gave up my rent money because the pastor said if I don't, I go to hell. So can the money that I tithed be part of my rent for this place? I'll sleep on a pew if I have to.
That's all I'm saying. We got to build a banquet we got to build this banquet center. We got to build this gymnasium, because they got to have a nice one. They got to go compete. But you don't want to build up no neighborhood. You don't want to say, hey, listen, we bought 2 blocks. The church, you know what I'm saying? These our members staying over here. You say you sick of you don't want to live in no neighborhood with a shooting. Now go buy the neighborhood up and move your people in it. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? The pastors ain't thinking like that, huh? That's just something Otis came up out of there and just started out.
It honestly feels like a lot of these pastors in mega churches, they're making money just because they can read. Oh, I read the Bible for you. I'm going to tell you what it says. Go ahead and tithe to the church.
I'm just saying.
I can read for myself. I'm going to sit in my bedroom and read myself a couple passages, find what I need to find, get that spiritual warmth and goodness and feed my soul. And you can go elsewhere.
But what's wrong with you coming in? All of them had the same idea. We're going to build a bigger church. We need the new banquet center. We need a gymnasium. That's all of them come with the same plan.
We need the chalets and the strip club. Wait, what?
Right. And ain't nobody came up with, hey, it's about 50 some houses over here. Let us pull in together and let's buy these 50 houses over here.
There is a bit of a negative connotation toward that.
That's what I'm just saying. Can't
The
nobody
reason the reason for it is Branch Davidian. What most people would remember as the Waco people. They were taking money and buying houses, bought a compound, and then they were also being completely insane, buying up tons of firearms and touching kids. Like whenever you have a religious compound, a religious neighborhood, all belong, people start looking at it as a cult, which once again, that's part of the poverty industrial complex. Like, oh, well, if we make it to where they can't pull their money, if we make them feel a certain way or get looked at and stigmatized a certain way so they can't build themselves up with collective money from, say, a church, then we have more customers and we have more product. Remember, the poor people are the product.
Man, that's what I'm looking at. What Mark Hudson said. Marvin Winans, we got to build a new church when the old church ain't full, but the people gave him that money. Diabolical, scandalous. Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna say this: when your ass is cold, you'd be love to be in that house if the church gave it to you. But I ain't saying the church gotta own it. I'm saying, give it to your members. These members then donate it to you. Fuck it. If the pastor want to make some money, okay, you fix the house up. You all raise the money. Since you just got to get some more money, pastor, you on a salary. Charge the people $2,500. Just charge them $25 for the house, $2,500, and that go to the pastor. Because we know you got to give it to Jesus, and we know God wants his part, so you cutting it with Jesus and God himself. So I'm just saying, if you won't charge the people $2,500, that could be the rent till they pay it off. I'm just saying, since you got to get your money. Because I'm just saying, but damn, if you doing this, don't you understand these people? You got your people in this neighborhood. You got your people in the neighborhood. You ain't got to worry about who doing this and that no more. You creating a safe environment. That's all I'm saying. You creating a safe environment. I'm just saying, you don't think my man, what's his name? T.D. Jakes Potter House. He couldn't go buy up there and there. He couldn't go buy up there and then 50 some houses in certain areas.
He could.
I'm just saying he couldn't go do it and fix them up.
I mean, take a look at how much money was dumped into that North Side Market that barely opened now and probably won't be open 2 years from now. Don't you think that money could have gone to helping house some residents?
That $11 million that they put in, like jail. But I'm just saying, you don't think? It's showing you. I'm not no rocket scientist. Move in 1985. Move. I'm just saying, all you got to do is just go back. They know they can fix this up anytime they want to.
Yes, I didn't get it.
It's just diabolical. Yeah, I'm just, as I say, I'm just like I say, man. I know they can do better, but until you get some people, now y'all got double trouble. You better hope the next governor ain't like your last two governors was. And you better hope the governor that's coming in ain't friendly to your mayor. And I mean, you want your mayor to be friendly where they can get some help, but not to oppress your ass. So y'all, we got some work to do, family. If you need a new state rep, you need a new clerk office. Flint needs so much new, it's diabolical. But you don't need new people to give you the same business that the ones that you're trying to replace giving it to you. Oh, facts, Maria, facts. It's just diabolical. They ain't trying to put nothing together. Well, we after Ian, family. Hey, we getting rocked.
Rocked to sleep. And I don't mean lullaby manner. I mean rocked.
Right. Some uppercuts, hooks. Hey, enough that he got another spot. That's how much good he was able to go on vacation for some years.
Right.
That's how gangster it was. That's how much.
It's in a bad spot, my man.
Yeah.
Flint's hurting. I don't think that there's any help for it right now. We just had the succession of Neely lies last night saying that money's coming to the city. No, it ain't. It said that the population is growing, not by legal means, not by choice. A lot of that population is actually illegal immigrants being dumped there from the last administration. Then you have, hey, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to bullshit people. Then he says, oh, yeah, lead levels and copper levels are down, but we already know the trick to it. They go to certain areas where they can guarantee it, then they submit that instead of going to, say, Mickey's cousin's house or my old house or any of the people in chat's house. You don't go there and get that water sample. No, I mean, it was just lie after lie after lie. It was, as the description just says, campaign season in action.
In action. Well, family, see y'all. I might be back on later on. Who knows? If I do come on, I'll probably be on by 8. That's who knows? Come back and see what we can figure out for later on. But stay safe, family. Peace.
Later.